and I know Paula from Greg, brother, I go out with his brother, so she would always spend the holidays at Phil's house because he would have the holidays. And I just remember her wonderful stories. She would talk about Germany and tell me about her marriage and the kids. Paula was talking about her two girls growing up and things like that. So just really, really enjoyed spending time with her and just sitting with her and talking with her. So,
Okay, thank you.
The cook for the Christmas party at her family.
Yeah. What did she cook? Do you remember?
Beef.
Beef roulade.
All right.
Yeah, I think I was one of the last ones. Well, thought she could drive, and I let her in the car, and it was her car, and she made the widest turn at a real fast speed.
Oh.
And I think she knew she couldn't drive anymore, but she wasn't going to admit it.
Yeah. Well, you took care of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was caretaking with Mrs. Wolf, I had just had my daughter Abby, my oldest, and I was new to the world of being a new mom and feeling really incompetent all the time and feeling like I didn't know what to do, and she's always crying and I'm not sleeping, and Annette said, I used to work with Annette, and that was my supervisor, and she said, do you want to come keep my mom company and make a little extra money? And it seemed like a good idea, so I did it, and I thought I was going to be doing this good thing for her. But ultimately, it was a blessing to me because I was sinking and I had something else to fill my life, and hearing her stories about her life and what she went through and the things that she'd been through in her life and how she always God was always with her and she always held on to God through all her struggles really made me realize that I had perspective about what my life was and what it was going to be, and that this chapter that I was going through where I didn't feel very good about the job I was doing, that I had a purpose and that I could help this woman and that she could help me. And I think she probably never knew how much she did help me. So that's what I want to say about Mrs. Wolf.
It's so special. Thank you.
Memory of your mom
Yeah.
is that she was so generous whenever we'd come over and want to give us something, offer us something to eat and drink, and how strong she was. You had mentioned that, and I think any of us who've had immigrant parents who have gone through hard times, when you hear what they've been through, you almost can't believe it. What she went through in the war, and the other thing I would say is, it always struck me how much she loved her animals. She always loved her dogs so much and was so sweet and kind to them.
Okay.
So, this was probably in the 80s, I was asked to come and babysit for Cognac so your mom could go to Germany. And so before she left, I had stayed overnight at the house, and in the morning, your mom brought out those little trays she used to have. Remember those little flat trays that she had, that we had breakfast on? And I just remember how she loved to impart words of wisdom and teach little things, like she was saying how she loved these little trays because it was easier than having to wash a dish in the morning, and it was, just little things like that were real important. But like you said, her cognac at the time was so important to her, and Cognac was afraid of thunderstorms, and so there was a thunderstorm every single night when I was babysitting for Cognac, and so she would crawl underneath the bed and she would shake and the whole bed would shake, and it was just a lot of fun. And you could tell that Cognac missed your mom too, so there was that dual relationship there, because she was so excited when your mom walked in the door when she came home. So that's my memory.
That's great.
Yeah,
Thank
she was a
you.
great lady.
Oh, it's just a thought, a quick little thought. My mom was very feminine, except she's also very independent and very much a do-it-yourselfer, as evidenced by her wish for a chainsaw for one of her birthdays. She was in her 70s, and she wanted a chainsaw desperately. And my husband finally bought her one because he knew she'd go to Ace Hardware in Cudahy and get her own if he didn't. But thank goodness, actually thank God, that she never used it. So,
In her 70s, she's still on it.
yes.
What did she want to? My memories of her were so fond and warm because she was of that strong Euro-ethnic background where if you had somebody come over, you immediately brought out a drink, a snack, and you waited on people, and you were always this kind, inviting person. Every time I'd go there, she would make sure that you felt so welcome, and just, I miss that. I lost my parents so long ago, and I remember some of their friends coming over and how this was a genuine thing you did. You always welcomed people, and that's my warmest memory of how nice it felt to come over because you always felt really welcome. And I thank her for that so much.